Welcome to our channel. Today we how to authenticate with AWS Lambda authorizer JWT from mobile detailed guide step by step clearly. To authenticate with AWS Lambda authorizer using JWT from a mobile application, start by creating a new AWS account. If you navigate to the AWS Management Console and sign in. In the console, search for API Gateway and select it from the Services menu. Create a new API by choosing Create API and select either REST API or HTTP API based on your project needs. Once the API is created, go to the Authorizers section within your API settings. Choose Create New Authorizer and select JWT as the authorizer type. Provide a name for your authorizer and input the issuer URL, which is usually your authentication server's URL. Next, add the audience, which is the expected value from your JWT tokens. Configure the identity source by specifying where your API gateway can find the JWT token. It is typically in the authorization header. Save the authorizer settings. Now, go to the Methods section of your API and choose the method you want to secure, such as JWT or POST. Select the method request and then set the authorization field to your new JWT authorizer. Deploy your API by choosing Deploy API from the Actions drop-down menu and select a deployment stage or create a new one. Next, move on to your mobile application development environment. In your mobile app, use a library like Axios or Fetch to make HTTP requests to your API. Implement the user authentication flow to obtain the JWT, typically via a login screen. Once you have the JWT, include it in the headers of your API requests. For example, in Axios, you can set the headers like this: headers, authorization, bearer $token. Make the API call and handle the response accordingly. If the JWT is valid and the Lambda authorizer is set up correctly, your API will respond with the requested data. In case of an authorization failure, ensure you handle error responses to provide proper user feedback. Test the entire flow thoroughly to ensure that authentication works seamlessly. Monitor your API usage in the AWS console to track any authorization issues. Adjust your Lambda authorizer settings as necessary based on the usage patterns and feedback. If the page does not load, refresh the browser or try again in a private or incognito window. Make sure you are using the correct email address, then retype it carefully to avoid small typos. If your password is not accepted, use the reset option and create a new strong password you can remember. Check your spam folder for verification or security emails, then complete any requested confirmation steps. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more step-by-step tech guides.